Hello, everybody. My name is Torch13 slash Zerduku Zap Entertainment. No comments. No comments on my books. Nobody's watching my YouTube videos. Nothing. You guys don't care. Emotional damage. These are the things of why I am doing this video today. Because this is just ridiculous. I've been dealing with this problem for I don't know. It feels like eons, but I'm gonna guess about at least 5 to 6 years, where I've been writing blood, sweat, and tears, and yet you guys don't comment. You guys don't say anything. Guys don't ever really like say, oh, either this is good or this is bad. You guys don't give me any feedback on my writing. I could care less about my YouTube videos when I'm, playing video games because I'm just doing that just for fun. And I know I don't take your guys' suggestions, but it's also kind of weird that you guys go from watching my videos to not watching my YouTube videos at all when I'm doing Let's Plays. So it feels a bit like you guys have completely abandoned me, and I have to say that is some serious emotional damage. Now, someone once told me that just because people don't say anything or don't do anything for other people doesn't mean that they don't care. I'm sorry, but that's a pile of bullshit. Allow me to explain. So, if you care, then show you care. Don't do anything and just say, "Oh, I'm not gonna do anything, but I do care." Yeah, sure. What's just pretend the that doing doing something is proof of nothing, when in fact, when you do something, that's a message that you send to people. So if you if you actually comment on my books, that shows that, hey, you actually care about my work. But when you don't comment, that's just saying, yeah, I don't fucking care about you, you piece of shit. I don't even care if you fall into the sharks and die. I don't even care if you commit suicide. You just, yeah, whatever. Nobody cares. Yeah. That's the message you're sending. That is the message you are sending. And no matter what people tell you, your actions speak messages to people, even if you're doing nothing, because even that is doing something. Doing nothing can sometimes mean you're doing something, especially when somebody else is trying to give you a gift. In my case, I'm trying to give you a gift of entertainment, but you guys are ignoring my gift and pretending it doesn't exist. So that's a message telling me that you don't give a shit about my existence. And that is some serious emotional damage, and I do not like it. And I'm tired of it. I'm actually at a point right now where I'm kind of like, you know what? Fuck the world. I hope someone presses the nuke button and wipes out all humanity. Because it's getting to that point. It's really getting to that point for me. I'm just getting sick and tired of people. Uh, you know, and I feel like I need to voice this because it is getting monotonous of the amount of like ignoring situation. You know what I notice? People pay more attention when there's drama involved. But when it's about artwork and people working really hard, people don't talk about that shit. Instead, they want to talk about who fucked who kind of deal. This is getting out of control. You know, I'm almost positive right now that we weren't. If I was a believer of like God or whatever, I'm at a point where I'm thinking, no, God didn't create humans, the devil did. At this point, it is completely like it makes me think that humans are just plain evil, and that's all there is to it. And I don't like that concept, and I'm pretty darn sure you guys don't like hearing that. But when you have a situation like me where I'm just like working really hard and I try to give something to somebody and they just ignore me, what else am I supposed to think? What do you want me to say? I mean, you gotta have, there's always a reaction. You know, when somebody does something, you get a reaction back. You can't like expect the concept of doing something and people not reacting, because that does not happen necessarily. Yeah, there are people who like I remember when I was a teenager there was always this like my reaction of just like it doesn't matter what people do, I'm just going to care about what I do. But that's the wrong way of thinking. That is. That is some serious emotional damage, and I know I keep saying it, but it is. It is getting to that point where it's literally a serious emotional damage. I feel like I'm Steve P, but every time I make a book and I show, hey, check this out, just tell me what you think, and then people just walk away from me, the plague. Instantly, I'm just like, I just die from like I just die inside. If you can imagine that, like imagine if there's like a video where this person gives this tries to give this person give another person a gift, and they just stand up and walk away and pretend that but like that person has the plague, and then that person holding the present just like falls over and dies. That's basically me right there. Someone should make a video. I think I should ask TV to do something like that, because that would be that's basically the perfect meme right there. What's happening to me, and I do not like it. It is horrible. The, the non-caring of people is really, really bad. Like seriously, something hit my window. That's all. Tis but a scratch. Now let's see. What else is there? Do I need to talk about? Let's see. I'm going to be recording for like 7 minutes. Hmm. I'm gonna pause the video for a minute. Let me think. I just remembered something. Some people may be still watching my Explosives Entertainment uh, YouTube channel way back in the day, but the reason why I switched over to Torch 13 is because I got a brand new PC, and I wasn't able to save the memory of the games I did Let's Plays for. So as a result, I had no choice but to start from scratch. And I figured it would make more sense to make a brand new YouTube channel, because it wouldn't make sense for me to like. Well, I guess I should have just like deleted my old YouTube channel and just made a new one, but I didn't do that. I just made a different one, like another attachment, because I didn't feel like going through all the like sign in and bullshit, because that would be too much. Like way too difficult for me to do. Um, but I'm also haven't done doing too much YouTube videos. That's because I'm dealing with my own issues, um, dealing with a problem I have at home, and as a result, I haven't been able to even do writing. So, hang on a second. Sorry, something was just driving me nuts. Anyways, so I had to start things from scratch, and as a result, I've been doing a lot of YouTube videos on my Torture thing that I've already done. But don't worry about that. That's just me just trying to complete games, because that's the way I am. I try to complete games. As for Mario Party, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to quit on that, because I broke my controller not once but twice trying to do the whole swirly thing. I hate the rotation thing. It's really not good for your controllers at all. And the problem is that Dragon Ball Z has the same kind of action control that I do not like, is the whole rotating your joystick around in circles to complete an action. Um, I'm just trying to think of what else to say. I will do some other Let's Plays that I haven't done on my Explosives Entertainment channel. It's just gonna take time. because I want to beat some of the older ones first. But I will try to mix things up a little bit to make things entertaining for you guys. But don't try to give me suggestions. I pretty much will make myself suffer when it comes to games, and I really do not want to play games that I just straight up hate. I'm just doing YouTubing for fun. The books, on the other hand, I am trying to become an author, but the problem is when you guys ignore me, that dream will never happen, which sucks. Um, honestly, I went over my Battle Quest episodes that I recently did, and trust me, guys, I went over it. And keep in mind when you write something, sometimes you forget what you've written. I actually kind of forgot a lot of things that I'd written, and when I reviewed the videos that me and Gun Kid did, those last books I did of Battle Quest are fucking awesome. You guys need to watch it and need to comment. I mean, seriously, that was really good. I thought it was actually actiony. It was fun. Yeah, some parts were kind of slow, but beyond that, it was great. I liked it. If it was like an anime cartoon, I would like, yeah, I'd totally watch it. Take my money is basically what I was thinking in my head. But I'm not interested in money though, guys. That's the thing. This is all free. You get free entertainment from me, and that's really good. You can't get better than free. So I don't understand why you guys are not watching. I don't understand why you guys are not, you know, saying, "Hey, this is good" or "This is bad" on my comments, especially when you go to my archive of my own, which I'm gonna put a link in the description of some of these things down below, so you guys can click and look at this stuff, um, and try to, read some of it, and try to enjoy it. There is a thing that does pop up on archive of my own, and don't worry about it. Just press the agree button and you'll be set. It's not a big deal. It's just keep in mind this stuff is meant for adults and not for kids. I mean, that's all you really need to know. And yeah, some of my books are a little bit way too much for kids, and that's understandable. You have to obey those particular laws for the sake of, like, children. But that doesn't mean that children won't try to watch things that they're not supposed to. Trust me, I know this growing up, that sometimes kids will watch things that even if their parents say, no, you're not allowed to watch this, they will do whatever it takes. I'm pretty darn sure that's an actual thing, even though that's might be considered bad parenting. But the problem is, though, no matter what kind of adult you are, I don't think you can watch your children 24/7. It's impossible. After all, we're all only human beings. We have our limitations of what we can and cannot do. But does that mean that if your child watches something like, say, like for an example, Friday the 13th, they become either a serial killer or traumatized? Not necessarily, because a kid is just a smaller human being to an extent. Yeah, may not. Think of it as kind of like a newbie at a video game. Just because they don't know what they're doing or what's going on doesn't mean they're not going to succeed or understand what's happening eventually. The thing is about a newbie in a video game is the same with a child. They will learn over time, and experiencing adult things I think is a good thing, because then that gives them the ability to learn and understand the world that they live in. And that's part of humility and understanding, which is the thing of which my books are usually about most of the time. It's humility versus pride most of the time. Other times it's just plain entertainment. Uh, but anyways, I think that's pretty much all I really have to say. I think, unless I'm forgetting something. You know what? I'm gonna pause and stop and think for a bit. The only other thing I can think of that I need to, like, mention is about Torch 13, my YouTube videos. First of all, I think I might actually change the Torch 13 name to something like Torch 13 Classic Gamer. The only problem with that is that, yes, I play classic games on there, but I also do things that are kind of new every now and then. Not very often, but it depends on if I'm interested. But usually I look it up myself if I see something that I like and I might decide to do Let's Plays for. I put it onto a list and eventually I get to it after I get to a certain situation. But I also do Let's Plays to help me inspire to for my next book. So sometimes I'll do a Let's Play specifically for, to help me get into a certain mood. And other times I do Let's Plays because I feel like I want to celebrate, because when I do Let's Plays that's just me having fun, and I that's what I want to do. And there's nothing wrong with watching someone else have fun. So that's what that's for. I don't necessarily care that you comment on my Torch 13, but I really want people to take a look at my Zap Entertainment book channel. Please say something. Anything! I mean, anything would be great. Um, Good or bad, thumbs up or down. If you do a thumbs up down, I probably might actually reply and say, "Why? What did you not like? I want to learn so I can improve." So, anyways, please like and subscribe. And this is Torch and Sudoku signing out.